Hello. Welcome to Just That Film. If you're new to the channel, please press like and subscribe and whatever else, comment and stuff. Yeah?
Yep.
What's the email?
Justthatfilm@gmail.com.
Yeah, if you want to send us any abusive emails.
Well, don't open that up.
Don't care. It'd be funny. See how abusive you can be. And also, or if you just want to say, why don't you do that film? I really love Fast and Furious and I really love Harry Potter.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But in this one we're going to talk about The Usual Suspects from 1995. Directed by Bryan Singer, who also directed X-Men and Bohemian Rhapsody, although he was replaced by Dexter Fletcher as the director on...
Oh, was he? Why is that?
Because of all the allegations that were coming out about him at the time. The director of this.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, Bryan Singer.
Oh, what was coming out about him?
Well, in 1997, a 14-year-old extra accused Singer of asking him and other minors to film a shower scene nude for the film Act Pupil. This was either dismissed due to insufficient evidence or was settled out of court. I'm not sure exactly what happened with that one. In 2014, Singer was accused of sexual assault of a minor in Hawaii, and the alleged victim withdrew his lawsuit. Another lawsuit was filed by a British man for sexual assault when he was a minor and acts of gender violence against him. The charges were dismissed.
Why are they all dismissed?
In 2017, Cesar Sanchez Guzman filed a lawsuit alleging that he had been raped at age 17 by Singer in 2003, and this was settled out of court. In 2019, 4 more men alleged that Singer had sexually assaulted them when they were underage. This was in an article. He now lives in Israel.
It's terrible. It seems like all these producers, they're all like, loads of them are nonsense.
Well, this is the thing. Not a single one of them has been held up.
Yeah, because they pay them off. Or they threaten them or whatever.
But, you know, you can't really say because you don't know.
Oh,
it's like all the stuff with David Williams.
What's going on about him then?
He's been dropped by his book label because he's been accused of like sexual misconduct and stuff, and like his
David Williams or Matt Lucas?
David Williams.
Oh right.
He and his the publishing company that's published all these kids' books. There was allegedly a woman had said that he was inappropriate towards her, so they said, right, you can only have. No one's to go to his house anymore, and the women have to be in pairs if they're going to talk to him.
That's not normal, is it?
And you think, well, if they're doing that, why would they be doing that? And there was, but you don't know. But the thing is, he's got, he's known for having a very good legal team behind him. So you have to be very careful. Like, I mean, it doesn't matter what we say; no one listens to us. But the same.
Well,
thing,
like allegedly, anyway. You know.
Yeah, allegedly, he's a prick. But yeah, so which is a shame for Bryan Singer because I do like this and X-Men, and he weren't off.
It's a shame for him, is it? It doesn't really affect the film. I mean, I didn't know that about the film.
No, exactly, and it's like there's loads of good. Like I like Chinatown, but that's directed by Roman Polanski. You know, who had sex with a minor and has not returned to America because he knows if he returns to America,
He gets arrested.
World's
full of them.
Yeah.
Anyway,
this film isn't about that.
No.
It's about a collection of criminals who end up doing a job together, and they're scared of this person called Kaiser Soze, who's like the boogeyman of the underworld. And the film is sort of flashbacks because it's one of the survivors being interviewed all the way through the film.
That's right, yeah.
But you've seen it a few times now, haven't you?
Yeah.
Do you like it?
It's a very good film.
Yeah.
Very good film. I think the thing is, though, same with a lot of stuff, I mean, spoiler alert, it would have been spoiled for me before I sort of see it. And then when I watched it, I look and I actually think I would have picked up on that anyway. Because it does draw a lot of attention to him. You know, I think that they don't really try to hide it so much, and you think...
Well, see, the thing is, when I first watched it, I didn't know. I was just watching it thinking, okay, it'd been recommended to me by a friend at school, and this is secondary school, like some 15-year-old, and to his credit, he didn't even say there was a twist. He said, "Oh, watch this film." I said, "What happens?" And he said, "No, just watch it. I don't want to tell you too much, but it's like it's a good film. You'll like it."
Because when someone tells you a twist, straight away, I
start looking for it.
I know I always get it because I'd rather be surprised by something, because then that's the intention of the actual film.
Exactly.
Rather than having it ruined for you, like The Sixth Sense. I've told you about this before. That was ruined for me literally as I was about to press play on the DVD player, and I'd avoided it for about 2-3 months, or longer than that, because it was on DVD. So I'd managed. Everyone was going about The Sixth Sense, and someone fucking ruined it for me just before I was about to watch it. And then when I looked at it, I could see it straight away all the way through.
I hate things like that. And when people go, "Oh, well, the film's been out for this long," or whatever, you think, it doesn't matter.
No.
You haven't seen every film that exists.
No.
So, someone's saying, I mean, if you're watching this, then, you know, and you haven't seen Usual Suspects, then, you know, you've only yourself to blame. But at least we've given you plenty of warning.
Yeah.
I didn't like that, you know, obviously Stranger Things just finished.
Yeah.
So this isn't really that much of a spoiler, but a slight spoiler for that last episode of Stranger Things. When I was on TikTok, I skipped on a video and it said, everyone's acting they're a big Prince fan now because of Stranger Things. And I thought, you just saying that has told me that there's going to be a Prince song in the last episode of Stranger Things. Because he had Purple Rain and When Doves
Which
Cry.
was really good.
Yeah, but this is the thing, I thought, that would have been a nice surprise for me. I would have watched it and go, "Oh, I like Prince, I like this song."
I bet George was crying.
Probably.
I bet he was inconsolable.
Yeah, he'll cry even more this year because it's 10 years since Prince died.
Yeah, on his wife's birthday, which she hates.
Right, so this film stars quite a lot of people. It's got Kevin Spacey, who's
Another one who had allegations against him.
faced several sexual assault, and
He's never been the same since.
he was acquitted.
Yeah, but still,
So-
his mud sticks.
Well, this is the problem. Yeah, he's now had to sell a property last year in New York because he ain't getting the work anymore. And unfortunately, yeah, mud does stick. And to his credit, unlike Bryan Singer, he didn't go for out of court settlements. He wanted to face all of his charges, went to court, and he was acquitted. And he was really pleased. I've been acquitted, you know, so hopefully back as normal. But no, Netflix dropped him from House of Cards, which was like one of their big series that launched with Netflix. And there was a film which Ridley Scott made, which Kevin Spacey was in, and because all this stuff was coming out before, he reshot all of his scenes, but with Christopher Plummer instead. You know, and you think, oh, what a kick in the teeth for you. If you're innocent, then it's devastating.
Well, you never know exactly what. I always think there's no smoke without fire, and if you know, I don't know. I really don't
But the
know.
thing is about the Kevin Spacey thing, I also think that a lot of it is to do with the fact that he's gay, because the things that he was alleged to have done is chat to people who were younger than him, try and shut up younger blokes than him. Now, if he was trying to shut up younger women, like a woman who's 18, or a woman who's like 20 or whatever, people just go, "Oh, he's a cardie, isn't he?" And he wasn't that much of an age difference. It was one of them. The first one who came out was that Anthony Rapp. What's his name from?
Adventures of Babysitting.
Yeah, he was the first one to say anything. But you know, I'm also, for me, Kevin Spacey was one of my favourite actors in the 90s because he done so many films that I loved. Like Glengarry
Seven,
Glen Ross,
isn't he?
Seven,
Yeah.
LA Confidential. There was one called Swimming with Sharks, which I thought he was really good in. American Beauty, you know. But yeah, anyway, you've also got Gabriel Byrne, who's of course in Miller's Crossing and Assassin.
Yeah, The Assassin. That's what I know him from.
Yeah, Chaz Palminteri, who's the guy who's interviewing him. He's in Bronx Tale, and he was in Legend, that Tom Hardy film came out a few years ago. Stephen Baldwin, who's in Last Exit to Brooklyn and Flintstones Viva Las Vegas. Yeah.
Was he in Backdraft as well?
No, that was William Baldwin.
William Baldwin.
Yeah. Benicio del Toro, who was in Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas and Snatch. Kevin Pollak, who's in Casino, Few Good Men. Peter Green, this is one of the reasons I want to do this, because Peter Green sadly died recently. He plays Redfoot, the guy in the brown leather jacket who they meet out in LA. No one flicks a cigarette out.
Yeah.
He was in Mask and Pulp Fiction, and he was Zed in Pulp Fiction.
Yeah, that's right.
Pete Postlethwaite was in this. Who was in British actor, who was in Brassed Off and Alien 3. Giancarlo Esposito, who's the one who's interviewing the bloke in the hospital. He's in Desperately Seeking Susan.
Oh, he's
in everything.
He's in Breaking Bad.
That's right, yeah.
He's in Trading Places. Yeah, that's right. He was like bit parts in all these films and then sort of got bigger and bigger.
Yeah, no, exactly. This was a huge sort of influence for me because when I was a teenager and I watched this film, I remember watching it for the first time on Channel 4. I taped it off the telly and was, like when we used to cut out the adverts. So you'd get to the adverts, quickly rewind it, press play, cue it up. You've got a couple of minutes before it starts and then record the next bit. I remember recording it, thinking, okay, I like this film. But then when the end happened, I thought, wow, that was brilliant. Of course, I'd watched it before. It was in like things like Scary Movie. They take the P out of it. Then that's how Scary Movie ends. So it wasn't spoilt for me. And I watched it, and I remember going to show it to a friend of mine. I went, I watched this film. Again, I didn't spoil it for him. As soon as it finished, he called his girlfriend in, come and watch this film, and watched it again. Watched it two times in a row. And it's great.
It's a very clever film. It was massive at the time as well. It was like everyone was talking about it.
Yeah. And, I know you say you spot, you think you might have guessed that it was him.
Yeah, but I'll never know because it was ruined for me. But then knowing that, you look and go, it's obvious. But then, would it have been? Would I have looked that way?
See, like Sixth Sense, I had a similar thing to you. Because I knew that, because everyone said, oh, have you seen Sixth Sense? It's got a good twist in it. And you think, I know they're saying that because they're trying to sell it to me, but you've just ruined it. And I managed not to guess it. I watched an hour of the film. I think I was actually flat sitting for you at the time, in Bow. I watched an hour of the film, then I had to stop it because I had to go to college. Then the next day, I went to watch the rest of it. And as soon as I pressed play, I went, I know what it is. And it was, and I thought, I'm gutting, because I love not guessing.
Yeah.
It's like I was watching a film with Lily the other day. What was it? We were watching a film where it was sort of like, it was Knives Out. It was the new Knives Out film. And they're like crime things, like Agatha Christie type things. So you got all the suspects.
Who's in that?
Well, the first one had loads of people in it. This latest one, this is the third one. It's got guy out of All of Us Strangers.
I see it. Daniel Craig is the copper.
Daniel Craig's the copper,
I watched it. Yeah. Joe told me about it. We watched the whole series. That was good.
Yeah.
And loads of a star-studded cast.
Yeah.
But there's episodes. He's told me to watch the others of them. Actually, I might catch up on them tonight.
But see, when we was watching it, Lily had already seen it. She went, "Who do you think done it? Who do you think?" And I said, "I don't want to think who done it. I could guess. I'm intelligent enough that I could lay it down and go, right, well, I know how stories work out. I think it's going to be this person, that person, but I'd rather not guess.
Yeah.
I want it to sort of be told to me as the... And then when the twist happen, you go, wow, yeah, that was good, And I really like the score in this as well, which is John Ottman done the score for this. He also done Cellular and X-Men. But the theme tune to this, I've searched for ages on Spotify. Eventually, they've put it on there. Although another good music thing to listen to for this, you remember like how people say Dark Side of the Moon and Wizard of Oz? If you get the DVD of this, the PAL Region 2 one, at 1 hour 30:54, so right near the end, if you put the 7-minute 36 version of All Coming Back to Me by Celine Dion, it starts adding up. Like for the first couple of minutes, you go, okay, I can sort of see it, but as soon as...
It can't have been done like that, but that must be a really good coincidence.
It must be. I don't remember how I came across it, but I remember I just thought I think the song was quite big at the time because we'd just come out of COVID and it was used in the advert. And I remember I was listening to it and I was watching Usual Suspects and I suddenly thought, let me see.
You figured it out?
I figured it out.
Oh, okay.
I lined it up so that it finishes, and if you play it at that time, as I said, 1 hour 30 and 54 seconds, the 7-minute 36 version, and there's certain bits like when I was at the slamming of the door and Kevin Spacey goes out.
What if I touch you like this, and if you kiss me like that? It was so long ago, but it's all coming back to me.
And there's Nights of Endless Pleasure, and it's got the big black woman standing there, and Kevin Green sort of smiling.
There were flashes of light. There were things we'd never do again, but then they'd always seem right. There were nights of endless pleasure. It was more than all your love.
Give that a go then.
But it's as I said, it's on the DVD PAL Region 2 version, because I tried it on another version, and for some reason that version of the film was was very slightly quicker. Really weird. So I don't know, you give it a try and you're streaming.
The cripple, did you see him? The cripple, which way did he go?
He went out there.
And then even the bit where the song slows down, it cuts to the bit where Kevin Spacey's walking in slow motion and the car's going on the side and
that's
stuff.
interesting.
Yeah. But anyway, yeah.
Yeah, the title from the film came from the famous line from Casablanca, round up the usual suspects. So that's what inspired the name for this. Yeah, Kevin Spacey met with doctors and experts on cerebral palsy to discuss how it might affect his characterisation. So,
right. So that's because I know that they just referred to him as the cripple, didn't they?
Yeah.
But it never actually. I don't think it specifies in the film what's wrong with him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which obviously must be cerebral palsy then.
I am disabled, I am gay, and I am a prick.
And the stolen emeralds were real gemstones linked to the production.
Ah.
It's a bit risky, isn't it, really?
Yeah, especially because all the actors worked for less than their usual fee because they wanted to get it done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the idea of the movie started only with the concept of a movie poster of 5 men in a lineup.
I mean, when the film came out, apparently, they had the posters on the underground. Some people think they're funny. Wrote, "It's him," and pointed an arrow to Kevin Spacey.
Oh, there's always knobheads, isn't there?
No, I mean, I've seen it.
Yeah. Gabriel Byrne originally turned down the film, not believing that the filmmakers would pull it off. He was convinced after a sit-down meeting with Christopher McQuarrie and Brian Singer. And he was impressed by the enthusiasm so much, that's why he'd done the film.
Although he was annoyed at the end product, because apparently he believed that his character was Kaiser Soze.
So none of them was told who their characters
No,
so they all played it believing that they was.
Because, well, I don't know if they all did it, but I know that he did because none of the end of it when Chaz Palminteri like going to Kevin Spacey, going, it was him, wasn't it? It was him, and it was Keaton, and Kevin Spacey. It was him. So Gabriel Byrne actually believed that they was going to do that. His character was Kaiser Soze. So when he watched the film, they had that last bit of twist. He walked out at the ump when he wanted to beat up Brian Singer. Yeah.
Really? Oh, right. But it worked. Surely, after all that, you look back at it and go, well, it's a success, so
yeah,
it works. So
I suppose it's hard if you've been involved in it, you're working on the film and you believe one thing.
But it might not have been as successful if that other ending had
No, it wouldn't
been. Do you know
because
what I
it
mean?
basically would have...
It's known for its ending.
Yeah. Michael Biehn was the first choice for McManus, for the Stephen
Who's
Baldwin.
Michael Biehn?
He's out of Aliens and Terminator, no Hicks.
Oh, right, yeah. Okay,
He turned it down, but he
regrets.
He said it's the biggest regret of his career is turning that down. And Alan Rickman also turned down a role in it. Now, I imagine that would have been the Pete Postlethwaite part.
Yeah, I think so.
Classically trained English actor. What's his name? Stephen Baldwin and Kevin Pollak. So you know which two they are, don't you? So Stephen Baldwin, obviously recognised he's got the black turtleneck.
Yeah.
Kevin Pollak's the short one.
Right.
They fell out on the set of this, and I think to this day they still don't like each other.
Okay. And I suppose you don't have to, do you? You work with people once, and if you've got a dislike to someone, then you'd never have to see them again.
They're not entirely sure why they fell out so bad, but it's Kevin Pollak says that Stephen Baldwin was acting the hard man, walking about.
I suppose a lot of egos walking around on a set like that. There's quite a lot of big egos in there. So
he was saying that he was doing it as if he was staying in character.
Right.
So he was going like, "Oh, you want to mess with me?" kind of thing.
Yeah, I suppose
he'd be bent up at the top of the staircase.
It could wind people up, I suppose.
Yeah.
Yeah, Kevin Spacey had to read the script twice when he first received it to make sure he actually properly understood it as well.
It would be quite, yeah. I've got the script at home, and if you don't know visually, it makes more sense. But you got to think on paper, reading it with all these complicated names, you know. Although the names are all real names, they were based on Christopher McQuarrie's people that he'd worked with, so he took their names.
Okay.
You know, In fact, the Kaiser Soze character was originally named after one of his bosses, when he showed him the script, the boss was like, I don't want to be like the evil person, so he changed the Kaiser bit, but it was Soze.
Okay. Yeah, Christopher McQuarrie wrote 9 drafts of the screenplay over a period of 5 months. So obviously, so much kept changing, you know, to make the final masterpiece, should we say?
Well, they really wanted Gabriel Byrne as well, and apparently
he's a good actor. I like him.
He was unavailable, and so what they changed loads of it to Los Angeles because that's where he was at the time.
Okay.
So to make it so that he could film there.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Because the film starts out in New York, doesn't it?
Yeah.
And then they travel to LA to do some work out there because they have that big shoot up in the underground car park. Yeah. Which
it's good how it all how it all ends up. You know,
you have to pay attention. This is the other thing. If you're not paying attention,
I think on a second watch you understand it a lot more. You know, once you know what's going on, then you look and you sort of see a lot more in it.
That underground car park bit took like 18 hours for him to film.
Really?
Yeah, and even then, apparently the next day, Singer said, I want to shoot some more of it. It's not quite panned out. Do you know why they were laughing at the lineup at the beginning as well? Because that was meant to be done straight face, so they just say, give me the fucking keys, and they each say, give me the fucking keys. But Benicio del Toro farted just before they was going to start shooting, so they all started giggling and started laughing about it. So instead, rather than just say it normal, they'll start like improvising a bit. So
it works.
Steambull and go, give me that, and they're laughing, hitting each other because they were really sort of giggling. And when you see even Gabriel Byrne, who's more of a sort of a moody character, you can see he's laughing like.
Yeah. No, it works though. It works.
But even though at the time it really pissed off Bryan Singer because it wasn't how he envisioned that scene. He thought he was going to be like them, all moody and sort of.
Yeah, but as I say, that's come out better probably than what he imagined it to.
Yeah.
Really looking back at it. Yeah, Jeff Bridges, Johnny Cash, Chris Cornell, Tommy Lee Jones, Charlie Sheen, James Spader, and Christopher Walken were all offered the part of Redfoot.
So, which again is that's the Peter Green character.
Yeah.
He actually only does 2 scenes in the entire film. Because he has the first one, he meets up with them, and then the second time he meets up with them and goes, I don't know, and flicks the cigarette at them. But, so it's an easy day's work for whoever it was. I bet loads of them think, that was an easy day's work, I could have done that.
Yeah.
You know,
and also being such a successful film as well. Bryan Singer wanted the music for the boat heist to resemble, I can't even read that. No, just cut that.
Tchaikovsky.
No.
Say Tchaikovsky.
Is that Tchaikovsky? Oh,
yeah, just say Tchaikovsky's.
Right. Bryan Singer wanted the music for the boat heist to resemble Tchaikovsky's. Tchaikovsky?
Tchaikovsky.
No, well, you know what I mean.
Tchaikovsky.
Tchaikovsky.
Look at that.
Tchaikovsky's Piano Concerto No. 1. The ending's music was based on a K.D. Lang song.
Which one?
I don't know.
Does she do Constant Craving?
She does do Constant Craving, yeah.
What was based on K.D. Lang song? The end.
The ending's music was based on the K.D. Lang song.
I should try playing that over it, see if that works.
Yeah. It's included among the 1001 movies you must see before you die. It is a classic film. It's like one of them films that everyone has seen, and it's got rave reviews.
Well, you'd be surprised there's loads of people who haven't seen it. See, Mum's lucky because of her terrible memory. She can watch a film again and be surprised each time. She's like, oh, it was him. Yeah, I know the film actually won 2 Oscars as well. It won an Oscar for Best Screenplay, and Kevin Spacey won Best Supporting Actor.
Yeah, I can see that, though.
It was the first Oscar that he'd won.
How many Oscars did he win?
2. But he's been nominated twice, and he won them both times, because the other one was a lead actor for American Beauty a few years later.
Yeah, I remember that. He's done quite a few good films.
Oh, yeah. I mean, because he'd been in films like in the 80s, but small parts. He was in Working Girl.
Yeah, I remember that film. I don't remember him in that.
Although
I don't really remember the film so much. It's been such a long time since I've seen
it. Well, there's a bit where Melanie Griffith is like the two guys at the beginning set her up with this bloke. She thinks she's getting a promotion, but he's like a sleaze bag in the limousine. That's Kevin Spacey, yeah. And he was in See No Evil, Hear No Evil. I ain't
seen for years.
He used to have this big ball on his face. It looked like a golf ball under his skin, right there.
Well, he must have had it removed then.
Yeah, because I noticed after, say, round about early 90s, it's removed, but there's a distinct scar there on his face.
It must have had like a big cyst. He probably went to Dr. Pimple Popper or whatever her name is.
It's probably a video of all the pus coming out.
Oh, nice.
Have you ever seen Glengarry Glen Ross?
No.
No, that's a great one. An ensemble. It's got Jack Lemmon in it, Kevin Spacey, Al Pacino.
I like Jack Lemmon.
Yeah, they're very good in that particular film. But I think that was one of the first times he started getting noticed more as an actor. So by the time he got to this and Seven, like even for Seven, he said to David Fincher, "Take my name off the credits at the beginning, because otherwise people might be looking for me." Because he knew, based on like this and other things, that he was now being more notable. You know.
It works.
Yeah.
On IMDb, this film got 8.5 out of 10.
That's really good.
So that's not bad at all, is it?
No.
And on the Rotten Tomatoes, it got 87% by the critics and 96% by the audience. So I thought the critics would have been a bit higher than that as well.
Yeah. But sometimes they think they know better, don't they?
The budget was 6 million. And in the box office, it took 67 million.
That's a good return.
Yeah, so...
Because I did actually... it bypassed me. It was only because I said the guy at my school was recommending it. He was saying, you've got to watch this film. So when it came on Channel 4, I thought, I'll give it a go. But, I really enjoyed it.
No, really good film. Yeah, no, it's a really good film. It is a really good film. And, it's definitely worth a watch if you haven't seen it. But...
Well, yeah, but I mean...
Don't watch this first, because obviously...
Yeah, tell them not to spoil it all.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's been parodied a number of times. I've seen it like comedy sketches, them sort of making fun of... Like, where he reads the stuff behind him, doesn't he? That's where he gets all the info.
Yeah.
You know, which I think is quite a nice little touch of him sort of making up all the names and everything.
Yeah.
And again, as I said, at the end of Scary Movie, when Doofy starts taking off all the...
Oh, yeah, and he gets in the car with that Gal Weathers or whatever her name is. That's quite good. That was quite funny for its time, that Scary Movie. I don't know how it sort of is now. I don't know if it's aged as well, or if it's as relevant, or if it's as funny.
Well, the pop culture things never stand up. If they have something that was popular at the time, they stick crowbar in it. It doesn't. But some of it is genuinely funny.
Well, there's a new one coming out, isn't there? New Scary Movie.
Yeah, I'm not holding out too much hope. Even though they've got the Wayans brothers back, I'll wait and see.
Yeah.
But comedy's very hard to sort of keep funny, and also when you keep watching it, it's like someone keeps telling you the same joke.
Yeah.
You're like, I know this now.
I think when I watched Scary Movie, I loved Scary Movie. I used to watch it so many times.
Yeah.
And I think then I revisited it once, and I thought,
yeah. You also need to be in a mood for laughing as well. You know, sometimes you watch something and you think, I'm not really feeling this at the time.
No. It was really big and really funny at the time. It was a brilliant film. So,
but I mean, you can blame that for all the other parody films that they made. No, like Date Movie and Disaster Movie and all this stuff. And in the end, they just had this formula where whatever's popular at the time, like, Borat came out last week. Let's stick someone who looks at that Borat going, nice. You know, ain't that funny because we've stuck him in it. It's like it's no real humour to that, you know. Whereas something like the Monty Python films, Life of Brian and Holy Grail, they're still really funny. But again, if you watch it too much, it's
it's good to like leave things alone and then go back to it maybe a few years later.
Yeah, I'd say give it like 10 years.
Yeah. Well, this I hadn't seen for I see it probably for the first time a couple of years ago. No, I see this a couple of years ago for the first time. Then obviously I watched it again the other day. So, really good film. Really good film. I really enjoyed it.
Oh, good.
It's quite a dark film. You have to concentrate. You can't just sit there sort of on your phone or nothing like that. You need to sort of watch this because you need to get the whole story. Otherwise, it won't make no sense to you.
No, exactly.
Because you're like, who's that then? Hang on. So how's that one? How does he fit into this? And what's that mean? And because there's that big scene, obviously, when he loses all his family, and that's why I think, that ain't him.
No.
You don't come across that big, strong kind of character. You imagine him to be some big, strong kind of like sort of massive, sort of giant of a man, sort of thing, and it turns out to be him, and that's why I think it does probably throw you a little bit, and then what happens to his family and all that, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, really good film. Highly recommended.
Well, next week, me and Lily are actually going to review Snoopy Come Home from 1972. You seen that?
I have seen Snoopy Come Home, a long time ago.
Because she's a big Snoopy fan.
Yeah.
And she's wanting to do something on Snoopy. I said, well, I'll do Snoopy Come Home, because I remembered it as a kid.
You've got to put that song in it somewhere.
The Fundamental for Independent Being. Although it's got quite a few good songs in it, hasn't it?
It has. I remember it was quite a good film, actually. It was probably the best out of the Snoopy films, I'd say.
Yeah, I'd say so. But it's the bit where Snoopy's original owner is in hospital.
It's got a good storyline, I think. It's actually like a proper film.
Yeah, it's like a Disney's almost.
Yeah.
And she writes to Snoopy saying she's desperate for him to come visit. And you think, she's been in hospital for 3 weeks. She's not specified why. But the song that she sings is quite a nice sentimental song. And there's one at the end where Charlie Brown he doesn't know where Snoopy is, and he sings another sad song.
No, I remember, from what I remember of it, years since I've seen that film, but I remember it was a good film. And it's like his little journey getting there. And there's obviously that bit when that girl gets him.
And the songs in it were written by the Sherman Brothers.
Ah, right. See, that's why the songs are
good. Broomsticks, very
that's why the songs are catchy then. Yeah, all good.
Okay, so again, please like, subscribe, share, email, comment, and complain.
Alright, thank you very much for listening, and Charlie and Lily will catch up with you next week. See you later. Bye bye.
Bye bye.
And like that, he's gone.